In this video, we're taking a look at the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.6. This is the first Huawei device coming in with their very own Harmony OS. That's their version of Android by Google. I'm usually not very keen on tablets because I don't understand their use case, but in this video, we're going to figure out how this tablet performs both with hardware and software. Let's get started. So let's begin with the design on this first. Design-wise, it's not something out of the ordinary. You get a 12.6-inch OLED display with a pretty impressive 90% screen-to-body ratio because of those uniform bezels all around. Overall, the design does look pretty premium and elegant. You've got nice rounded corners, no flashy business. It's also not too heavy and it's pretty comfortable to carry around and interact with. Now, the screen resolution on this is 2560 by 1600 pixels with a total of 240 ppi. That's actually pretty sharp, even though it's slightly less compared to the Samsung Tab S7 Plus that we reviewed earlier. That actually brings me to something I was slightly dissatisfied with on this tab, the refresh rate. Not only does it not have a super high refresh rate like the Tab S7 Plus of 120 Hz, you don't even get the new benchmark 90 Hz of refresh rate. This one's capped at 60 Hz of refresh rate. That's not really terrible, but it is something that feels a little bit outdated on a new 2021 device. The display brightness on this is capped at 380 nits, which is pretty good for most indoor situations, but using it outdoors, you will face a bit of a challenge. However, the refresh rate and the brightness does not take away from how gorgeous this display really looks. You get those high, deep contrasted blacks with vivid colors. You can even get fairly decent color accuracy with this, making it good enough to color grade and color correct pictures. The thumbnail of this video was actually edited on the MatePad Pro. When it comes to the actual consumption of content though on the display, even though YouTube is a Google service, you get the in-browser support to enable full screen and you can view videos in 4K resolution. Even though the device can support HDR and can give you res up to 4K when you're watching movies, apps like Netflix don't let you really get that. You will consume content in SD, unfortunately, because of the policies, but hopefully we get to see that change in future policy changes and updates. Moving on to the audio, this is somewhere the Huawei MatePad Pro can show off a little bit. You get a total of 8 speakers split both ways, 4 on either side, and the quality of the speakers is surprisingly really good. There are a total of 8 speakers with 4 located on either side. These are tuned by Harmon Kardon, and each of the speakers have a large speaker for both lows and mids, as well as a smaller speaker for the highs.
Let's kill him properly this time.
The overall result is a great sounding built-in speaker, definitely one of the best we've tested out on a mobile or portable device. Music sounds rich, you get a pretty good balance of mids, lows and highs, and nothing is too tinny or too bassy. This obviously results in an overall great experience for listening to music or consuming content. There's obviously no 3.5mm jack, so you'd have to use an external adapter if you want to connect your headphones. It does come with the adapter included in some regions, so that's pretty great as well. Now, there is no fingerprint sensor on this, so for unlocking, it uses facial recognition. This isn't like the 3D recognition, it's more like image recognition. So it does work pretty intuitively and well. Might not be the most secure, but it does work both in landscape mode and vertical. Now, I don't know about you guys, but with a tablet, I would expect a stylus. Unfortunately, this does not come with the stylus, which is a bit weird, but you can purchase the M Pencil, the second version, which is pretty much one of the coolest things when you accompany it with this tablet. Even though this is sold separately and it is not very cheap, I would say this is a must-have if you're using the Huawei MatePad Pro. Honestly, out of everything, this is one of the things that really sold me towards purchasing a tablet. It's super responsive with a very low latency of just 9 milliseconds. The screen supports up to 4096 pressure sensitivity with selected applications very similar to the competition out there. It's capable of charging wirelessly when mounted to the side of the tablet magnetically. Magnetically? The M Pencil may be my favorite part of using the tablet because it's designed so well. The edges being curved and the way it fits in your hand feels a lot better, and you also get different mode switches like phantom touches to switch between different modes when you're taking notes for writing and erasing. The other worthy accessory which you can purchase separately is the Smart Magnetic Keyboard, which is a combination of a cover or a stand along with a keyboard. Again, all of this is connected magnetically. Magnetically. Why does this word sound weird? The keyboard is actually enjoyable to type on, especially considering the fact that I use a 13-inch MacBook. I'm kind of used to the smaller keyboards now, and this does feel pretty good. It has a pretty nice travel distance, and the separation on the keys is quite nice, and overall the typing experience is pretty much as intended. It works well. Next, I want to talk a little bit about Harmony OS. This is their new OS coming in, so it's kind of their first test for it. And from using it, it does feel pretty well optimized and functions really, really nicely. You still got the Petal search in case you're looking for applications that are not available on the Huawei app gallery. They've really expanded on the list, so you can find pretty much all the applications you're looking for, and the Petal search is a great addition on top. I was able to download pretty much any application I was looking for. On top of the built-in 256 GB of storage, they also have their proprietary nano SD card slot, so you can expand storage if you still need to. Now let's move on to the multitasking capabilities on the MatePad Pro. The MatePad Pro lets you take control and customize the way you multitask with multiple window support. You can resize, reposition, customize exactly how you want to interact with all of these apps simultaneously. These are, however, limited to 2 apps at the same time if you want to use them on screen. Swiping and holding from either side of the tablet shows you the list of applications that do support multitasking, and if you press and hold an application on an existing open application, it splits it up into 2 windows, which are resizable, so you can customize how open or small you want each tab. This can also be done by making them into smaller vertical applications, so it makes it look like a mobile app, and these 2 can be opened simultaneously. For me personally, the multitasking experience was quite enjoyable, whether that was opening up the browser to look for information while typing in the notes or writing with the pencil, or if I want to watch a video while I'm editing pictures. That's pretty much what I used it for the most part, listening to music or watching videos while I was doing another task, and I really did enjoy that. Unfortunately, like previous generations, you don't really get the desktop mode on this like the Samsung DeX, for example, or the EMUI versions from before. However, you can still connect the MatePad Pro to a Huawei laptop through a feature called multi-screen collaboration. So the mirror mode on this allows you to mirror the laptop screen onto the tablet, so you can use the M Pencil for your laptop applications for the ones that support it. That's awesome. Apart from that, obviously, you can also mirror your display, meaning that you can extend your laptop screen to another display or just replicate whatever you're seeing. Also, if you do have a Huawei smartphone, content sharing has become easier than ever. You can replicate your screen off your smartphone onto the tablet and then transfer data from them back and forth. As you can see, Adam from Adam Lobo TV do that. We don't have a Huawei smartphone, so check out his video if you're keen on that as well. Now, to get away with all this crazy multitasking and multi-window support, it's powered by the Huawei Kirin 9000E 5G flagship chipset. It's pretty much the same flagship chip, but with a lighter version of the GPU. This is brilliant for most multitasking, and gaming, for example, was a breeze on this. I didn't feel any downsizing in the graphics, for example, and everything felt very smooth, intuitive, no lag issues whatsoever. Playing at max resolution, max settings was a breeze. Definitely an enjoyable experience. That's also thanks to the massive battery on this. It comes with a 10,050 milliamp hour battery. This will last you upwards of 14 hours of battery life, whether you're browsing or consuming content on. Obviously, this depends on your usage, but that's roughly about where we got out of it. It also comes with a 40-watt charger included in the box, which can charge it up from 0 to 30% in about 30 minutes. Now, considering the size of the battery, that's fairly fast. It also does support wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. Now, the cameras on this is something I'm not going to waste a lot of time on, because really, who uses cameras on tablets? So if you're in the Huawei ecosystem, you own any Huawei devices like their laptop or their smartphones or their buds or whatever, this would definitely be a great tablet for you if you're looking for a tablet. Definitely a complete tab with everything you would need from it. Apart from that refresh rate, if you're able to overlook that, you'd be pretty happy with the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.6. It's a great creator's tablet and gets you away with a lot of stuff. The thing that I enjoyed the most on this was editing pictures while multitasking and watching videos. That was my favorite part of using this, and also the gaming. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like the video if you did, so that more people get to see it. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again in the next video. Until then,